Hi friends, welcome to Rec at Home, brought to you by the Community Recreation Division of Arlington County Parks and Rec. It's Miss Sam, and this is Black History Mystery. So today, my pants that I have on are from, can you guess? Ghana! And my fanny pack's from Ghana. And the earrings that I'm wearing are wooden shaped Africas. They're Africa shaped. I'm also wearing a headscarf today. You guys can see how big the back. So a headscarf, some of you probably have seen people wear headscarves, but I'm gonna tell you the meaning of the headscarf from Africa.
The head wrap has a long and colorful history that is both interesting and inspiring and is now a wonderful representation of the culture and heritage of the African continent. The type of head wrap I'm wearing originated from Africa. Head wraps were initially worn by African women during the 1700s and often indicated their age, marital status, and prosperity. Before slavery in Africa, many Africans were queens and kings, and many queens from different areas in Africa, like Nigeria, Egypt, Ghana, and many other places, would dress up in beautiful traditional headwear and choose elaborate, rich fabrics woven with exotic flowers and gold trim to show their royalty and wealth. Although head wraps were regularly sported by powerful and inspiring royal ladies across the African continent, they have been consistently featured in daily lives of many Black women for hundreds of years. African women would also wear head wraps to protect their hair and heads from strong sun and keep cool in hot weather. A head wrap could indicate if a woman was married, widowed, or a grandmother simply based on style, color, and design. Later in the 1700s, after the times of kings and queens and during the time of slavery, enslaved Black women were forced to wear head wraps as uniforms, making them a symbol of slavery and inferior status in the European area. Currently, in the 20th century, women have reclaimed the glory of the head wrap, and they are once again a beautiful and symbolic expression of identity and style that symbolize culture and still are used to protect hair and head.
So let's get started with today's Black History Mystery.
Who am I? I am an African American actor and playwright. I made history when I played as an African superhero, Black Panther, from the Marvel Universe, which broke box office records. I earned an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in Motion Picture. I starred in the movie 42, playing Jackie Robinson, telling the story of this baseball legend. I also had a lead role as James Brown in the movie Get Up, about his life as a legendary singer. I also played a role as Thurgood Marshall in the film Marshall, about an African-American lawyer and civil rights activist. I am also a known activist and promoter of the Black Lives Matter movement. Who am I? Now it's time for you to take your best guess. Do you think you know who it is? I think you do. Leave your answer in the comment section below. Here are your choices to choose from. The answer will be announced on Friday during Rec at Home. This is our last Black History Mystery as February comes to an end. But you should remember to celebrate Black history and the accomplishments of all African Americans every month.
Now who's ready for story time?
Hello. Welcome to Rec at Home, brought to you by the Community Recreation Division of Arlington County Parks and Rec. My name is Miss Abby. Thank you all for joining me for story time today. Today's story we will be reading is called The Day You Begin. It's all about some friends who are starting at a new school. And they feel a little bit worried because when they look around, they don't look exactly like their other friends at school. This story is about recognizing your differences from your friends and understanding that those differences make you special.
The Day You Begin, written by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Look at our friend in the picture. What room do you think she's walking into? I see her opening a door, and the door has a ruler on it. Do you think she might be walking into a classroom? Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. Look at how different each of these friends looks. They all have different hairstyles. They're wearing different clothes and different colors and designs. They have different eye colors too. Wow, how beautiful are all of these friends. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Rigoberto, from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. His name does sound like a song, doesn't it? Rigoberto. Look at all the bright colors in the pictures. I see a bright orange sun, hot pink flowers blooming from green stems, a purple bird singing in the wind. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer?" Tell the class your story. "We went to France," Shayla says. "These shells came from a beach in Maine," a boy named Jonathan said. He holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile, they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina." Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on. Take a look at our friends in the picture. Our three friends standing are holding up souvenirs from their summer adventures. How do you think the friend in the corner feels? She's sitting on the floor, hugging her knees to her body. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen asleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? In this picture, we see our friend who was sitting on the floor before, watching all the other friends tell of their summer adventures. In this picture, it looks like she's staring out her window. She's holding a book in her hand. I wonder if she's wishing she got to fly like the birds and travel over the summer like her friends shared. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for friends to love as you do. In this picture, we see a lot of friends huddled together. One even looks like they're whispering. I hope they're not whispering about what our friends sitting at the table brought to lunch. Everyone has different favorite foods, just like we all have different favorite colors. It's okay to like different colors than your friends. It's okay to eat different foods than your friend also. When even your own friend Nadia will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far, the game isn't one you can never really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. These don't sound like kind things to say to a friend. How do you think the little boy leaning against the tree feels? He looks sad, doesn't he? I think he's sad because he's not quite tall enough yet to climb the monkey bars. That's okay though. I hope he knows that everyone learns to do things at their own speed. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. Here's that same little boy. He feels like he's at the opposite end of the playground. I bet that makes him feel lonely and a little bit like an outsider. If only one of those friends playing on the playground would invite him to join them too. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't know what you're ready for. Here's our little boy standing on the edge of water. It could be a pond or a lake. It looks like he's staring at his reflection. I wonder if he's looking at his future in the water. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. In this picture, you can see Angelina staring up at the sky. She's in the sky holding her little sister's hand, carrying her through the sky and through the different worlds of the stories they read over the summer. When you read stories about different places and different worlds, you might feel like you're traveling to all of these places too. Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. Look at Angelina now. It looks like her eyes are curious. She's looking over at Rigoberto. They made a connection, didn't they? This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. It's great to share connections in order to make friends, but it's even better to share the things that are different about yourself with your friends. That way you learn all about different people around the world. The end.
Thank you for joining me for our story time today, friends. Now I'd like to hear from you. What is something that is special and unique about you that maybe is different from some of your other friends?
See you next time. Bye.